Okay. So, today... So this video is going to be, if you're watching this on YouTube, this will be just shiny hunting Zoroark. Then a separate video will be the post-game stuff for Pokemon Sword. Anyways. So, just before we even get into Zoroark, though, I got a couple things in Let's Go Eevee while I had a few days away from streaming. So I got another Graveler, because I actually already have a Graveler. If I can find it in the boxes here. See, I already had this one, but I caught 2 more Geodudes. So we got that one, and then I have another Graveler to eventually, I'll trade it to evolve it into Golem. And on top of that, I got a shiny Paris and a shiny Parasect. So we are now up to, also, just added a little thing in the upper right corner there. Just like a little label thing. Just, those will come and go. Oh, I know why it's doing that. Hold on one second. It's not supposed to, like, do them that quickly after each other, but I think I know exactly what I did. Sorry, give me 1 second while I go and fix that. Basically, it's part of my overlay with stream elements, and I have it set so that it'll cycle through them 1 every 5 minutes, but I have the time in between the cycles after it goes through all the images set to 0, which means that the last one immediately replaces, or the first one immediately replaces the last one instead of not doing that. Okay, hopefully it won't ever do that again. It probably will, I probably just won't notice, but oh well. But yeah, anyways, so we're up to, I believe, 91 shinies now. Kinda 92, because one of them is that Graveler that can turn into Golem at some point. Anyways, so let's go ahead and save, and let's go ahead and hop into Sword real quick. Also, there is a special Charizard that we can pick up as well. That's the button I want. I think I'll wait until we go into the Sword post-game stuff to do that. Just because, yeah, I don't know, it doesn't really matter. I just need to remember to grab at least one. Right, there's no music for this because, let's go ahead and load up Spotify then. Because I have music turned off for, this save. It's gonna be a pain in the ass, isn't it? Alright, hold on. Harris Heller, there we go. Let's just go with something. Oops. Oh, we released a Christmas album. Well, we'll wait a little bit to play that. Alright, we'll play this one. Hopefully that music isn't too loud. Actually, it probably will be, huh? Yep. I forgot that my Spotify music, I have to change that for streams. Anyways, go into options here. Audio. This should all be fine. Okay, anyways. Zoroark. So I have the raid active, in case you're wondering. This event is actually technically already over. But since I still have the raid active, it doesn't matter. So how we're gonna do this is, you notice that this is not 5-star, nor is it Zoroark. So also, I'm sure that just is coming out as gibberish in the microphone. I can barely pronounce that Pokemon's name to begin with. Anyways, so if you hit invite others, and then we exit out and we actually go over to the system settings, and we change the time to 1 day forward. This date is not correct at all. I need to remember to fix that after the stream. But it's fine, because it's going to be super messed up during this anyways. Now, if we exit out, now that we've shifted the day forward, you notice that there's actually a new replacement for that raid. This one's 5-star, still not Zoroark. So we'll just keep doing this until we get it. Oh, I didn't set up my shiny counter for this. You know what? It's fine, because it's only going to be a few shinies anyways. because funny thing, once I get a 5-star Zoroark, it will be a 1 in 10 chance to get the shiny. The shiny rate on this one is better than usual, even for these raids. Did I? Yes, okay. Oh, I need to make sure. Okay, yes, it's shuffling. Okay. I really should have spent a little bit more time making sure all my stuff was set up properly. I just moved into my new office, so things are probably a little bit screwy still. But you know what? I'm not dropping frames, and that's like... that makes me very happy. Zoroark, but not the correct star. So if it's not 5-star, it won't have the boosted shiny rate, basically. I think it's still whatever the shiny charm rate is, which is like 1 in just under 1400. But it's not the, like... it's not the 1 in 10 that we want. It's technically 2 in 20, but you know, the way math works, it's 1 in 10. Hey, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and save just in case. Because if it is shiny, then I don't want to, like, lose out on it. Twitch freaked out about the bitrate, but I didn't drop any frames. Interesting. I just saw, like, a dip in the bitrate thingamabobber on the Twitch dashboard. Anyways, Pokemon. So, what is Zoroark? Oh, actually, you know what? I can just go in like this. Just dark, okay. So we want something fairy then. Mimikyu would be a good choice. I might have to play around with that little label thing a little bit just to find a spot that I like for it. I don't think that's a terrible spot though. Yeah, I guess we'll just do Mimikyu. Also, again, all of that is all, like, hacked garbage. But, like, this one specifically I got through a trade. And, like, I could go pull something out of Pokemon Home that's, like, the correct level and stuff that I could do this with, but it doesn't really matter. I don't believe that's shiny. I'm 99% certain it's not shiny, so we will exit out of this. Yeah, it's not. Okay. I always forget when exactly the shiny effect plays for the opponent raid Pokemon. Which is a weird thing to forget, but, you know, I do. Oh yeah, one of the big things about my new office setup is I have a box under my microphone now, so I'm not having to, like, be really close down to the ground in order to, Oh, so another thing is, that specific, like, spawn of Zoroark there, that will never be shiny. Now that, like, we know that it's not. So we have to actually, like, back out of it, or reset it, basically, and then repeat again. So just remember that's a 1 there. I really should have bothered to set up my my stuff for it tonight, but whoops. Again, if it was anything that I was expecting to take longer than Zoroark, you know, being 1 in 10, I probably would. But again, it shouldn't matter too much. Though, now that I say that, knowing my luck, it'll take me like 30 attempts to get it. It's 4-star. Okay, I was just checking my audio real quick there. I wasn't sure if my, sometimes when I, after I've taken my Switch out of the dock and then, like, next time I go to stream, sometimes the audio will be super out of sync. I wasn't sure if it was happening there because I was hearing the music, like sounds in the music as well as like the game audio. Evil, not what we want. Yeah, so I don't know why. This is supposed to be a Halloween event, but it has Corviknight and Thievul instead of like anything that would be Halloweeny. Like, I don't know, any ghost Pokemon. I think last year it was Gourgeist was for the event. Which funnily enough is, or it might have been Pumpkaboo even. Funnily enough, that's not how I got my Pumpkaboo though. Hold on, what am I doing? I wanted to go back and double check that I'd actually like started looking for other people, but also it might be possible to do that while or to do this, the raid resetting stuff while connected to online, but I wouldn't try it just because you might get some random people joining in or something. I'm not sure how it interacts with that. But it works just fine in local mode, so, you know. Hopefully I'm not going to find out there's someone nearby. This is really like the most painful part of doing this is like the constant resetting of the raids, because it's just like you're not even playing the game at all, you're just manipulating the system clock. And don't get me wrong, it's worth it for the like incredibly boosted odds, right? But God, is it like, it gets really soul-sucking after a little bit. Far more so than like normal shiny hunting. Has it really been 5 minutes? I don't think that's correct. I don't think it's been 5 minutes. I set it to 300 or 300 seconds, which should be 5 minutes, so I don't know. Where are we at? We're at like 12:50. I'll have to remember next time I see it. See, Dusknoir makes sense for a Halloween event. Thievul and Corviknight do not. I guess Corviknight, because it's kind of like a crow, but like, come on. And Thievul, I just don't even know. I kind of get why Zoroark is the shiny though, instead of something else, because since they just announced the new regional form for Zoroark, and it's gonna be hopefully awesome. Ghost Normal is just kind of busted as a typing, because it has 3 immunities and only 1 weakness. But I assume that that's why they, I don't even know if I actually went into the new, looking for players anyways. Oh, I did good. Anyways, I assume that's why they chose Zoroark for the event, and being that it's, you know, it's kind of Halloween-ish. I don't know, it just seems like a weird choice. Or most of the Pokemon, it seems like, in this event are a weird choice. Like, I know that, Sableye is part ghost, but like, like, at least it's more reasonable than Corviknight and, Thievul, but like, come on. Also, I've always just felt like Ghost is a weird typing for Sableye. But isn't like completely weird. It makes more sense for it to be Ghost than it makes sense for Graplocked and Phalanx to only be pure fighting types. Yeah, this is by far the worst part of doing these raid events. I'm going to miss the crazy boosted odds in these, shiny odds that is, Not gonna miss the system clock resetting. I hope they just like... Hey, there we go. I hope with the new Gen 4 remakes coming out, with whatever like the new expanded underground area is, I hope that like if they do events kind of similar to this, that it's not quite so painful to like try and shiny hunt it. Like, I get that you're not supposed to be doing it this way at all. Just like, you're manipulating the system clock. It's kind of, you know, very clearly not how you're supposed to be doing things. They want you to just go through the raids normally, right? Until you find one that happens to be shiny. But, like, ew. Because that just... It wouldn't be terrible. Again, 1 in 10 isn't bad, but this is also a lot better than usual. Usually they're more like 1 in 15 or even a little bit worse than that. Oh, I never opened my energy drink. Alright, so that was 2 failed attempts. I think that was new, so we'll go ahead and save real quick. Pretty sure that was a new one. So, oh, that was the wrong Pokemon. Ooh. And we're Park Dark type 2. This might not be good. Watch this be the shiny too. I don't think so. I don't remember what the colors for shiny Zoroark are actually off the top of my head. I'm not going to worry about it. Huh, yeah, I guess that was 5 minutes. Holy crap. This is already taking a lot longer than I kind of expected. Anyways, you can leave. Here we go. Okay, so 3 attempts, no shiny so far. But that's okay, because it's a 1 in 10, so I mean, it's not like we're above odds yet. Once we get to like more than 10 attempts, that's when I start getting a little bit salty. But also, like, it's shiny hunting. It happens. It just really sucks to have it happen, especially tonight when I have, like, something I would like to do after this. And I really don't want to be streaming for, like, another, like, 6 hours tonight. I know my last stream wasn't that long, but, like, still. I don't want to do that long of a stream, especially because moving forward... In fact, I think it's been on one of those little label card things that I've had come down. Hopefully going to be streaming, not even hopefully, I'm like pretty sure I'm going to be streaming 5 times a week moving forward. And they should be about 3 to 4 hour streams each. But I mean, there will be exceptions. Because like, not on the day that the Gen 4 remakes come out, but like, I'm thinking about that the Saturday afterwards. It's just going to be an all-day stream. Or a very long stream anyways. I don't know if maybe all day is the right term, but... Because... God, I'm excited for those games. Because here's the thing. I've never actually, Sorry, I had a burp. I've never actually played through one of the, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum games. I played, Heart Gold when that came out, but I've never played the like original Gen 4 games. So I'm very excited to experience that, especially being kind of updated. Oops, wrong one. Being kind of updated with like new stuff, you know, you'll have fairy types. It seems like they have added more Pokemon that you can catch, and that like I believe Lantern has been spotted in like some of the pre-release material. But Lantern wasn't really something you could find out in the wild at all. because it's part of like the new expanded underground stuff. You could import Lantern into the games, but like you couldn't hatch it natively. And I believe it's in the underground that I was seeing. But there's some updated stuff. I highly doubt at this point that they're gonna have anything past Gen 4. Because if they were going to, we would have seen something by now. Like any Pokemon. I'll just be happy, honestly, if we have even like the new regional forms for the Gen 1 through 4 Pokemon. Which will probably mostly be Gen 1 Pokemon if it is, because I don't think there's many... I guess there would be, what, Zigzagoon? I know there's a couple, Gen 1 Pokemon, or, not Gen 2, 3, and 4 Pokemon that have regional forms. I know none of the, Alola forms are those gens. Those are all Gen 1. Partially because they were like, yeah, these are all old Pokemon, they kind of need updates at this point. But a lot of the regional stuff I feel like is Gen 5 Pokemon actually. Like, is Stunfisk Gen 5? Same with like Darmanitan, I feel like is Gen 5. I might be completely wrong about both of those though. Alright, come on. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for those games. It kind of sucks that I probably won't be able to get my shiny charm for a while in that, because I believe they've said that Pokemon Home compatibility won't come until... That's a 4-star, that's why we're not doing that raid. Pokemon Home compatibility won't arrive until 2022, like early 2022. So... And being that, you know, you won't be able to catch everything in each game, because that's how Pokemon is. So that's kind of sucks. But oh well. It just sucks because I probably won't be doing shiny hunting, because why would I do shiny hunts at full odds when I know I won't need to? And like, I'll still be able to do shiny hunts in this game until that time. In fact, I'll be needing to do a lot of shiny hunts because I need to get all the legendaries. And funnily enough, I do actually have all the Gen 4, well, maybe not all of the Gen 4 legendaries, but like the box legendaries. Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina, I have all those already. In fact, I have 2 shiny Giratina, so, you know. But, I guess, I don't know. Technically, my Palkia and Dialga are like kind of like half legit, because they were got using the DNS exploit in the Gen 5 games. So we'll see. Those will be ones that like I won't try and shiny hunt those now, but I might save them for a future time. If like I start running low on stuff to shiny hunt, I might be like, okay, well, at this point, you know, I might as well go for it if I don't have much else to do, right? And there is some stuff in those raids that I will not be trying to get. I won't bother with Zygarde. I'm not going to bother with Kyogre. I guess apparently Groudon is really difficult too. I didn't actually have any trouble with it when I went through the raids the first time, but I wasn't trying to shiny hunt. And I might have just gotten lucky with my team that first time. So we'll probably try it. But if like any of the legendaries, if I struggle with them, I'm gonna skip over them, because I don't feel like trying to do it with randoms online. Yeah, I don't want to deal with that. Maybe one day I can put together like a group of people to try and do them, but even then, it's like very hit or miss with doing that stuff too. Because especially with Groudon, Kyogre, and Zygarde, you really need someone who can use Wide Guard. Oh, I mean, you're not necessarily guaranteed to get one of those. I don't think you are, anyways. Oh, hey, there it is. Number 4. All right. Haha. Yep. Okay. See, I've always like not sure when that effect comes. Even though like mentally I can like usually remember it's like, oh yeah, it's like, you know, it's after you see it but before your Pokemon goes out. But then like whenever I'm looking at a Pokemon in a raid, I can never remember that. Okay. So I'm not gonna even try to put this in like any sort of special Pokeball. I'll look at like what I currently have, but I'm not gonna bother with anything special. Though it is kind of bluish purpley. I should look at how it looks actually on Cerebi. So it's black and purplish. Maybe I might put it in a Master Ball, honestly. Because I mean, Master Ball's purple, right? Pretty sure I saved before I did this, right? Oh, I really hope I did, because, I mean, it's not guaranteed that I defeat it. I probably will, but we have a Zoroark, so, you know. And Eevee's already almost dead. Fortunately, it's using Helping Hand, but to help And this is a perfect example of why some of those raids I am not going to try and do with AI. And the sad thing is, the AI might be better than randoms, honestly. Because at least the AI is just completely random what it does. Randoms online will just like, they'll attack you because why not? Matchmaking co-op in a Pokemon game seems like the most unenjoyable crap on the planet, I'll be honest. Though, I guess if it was set up like kind of like Mass Effect multiplayer, where like there's not really a way for you to screw each other over, but the problem is, goddamn Zoroark. The problem is that certain moves you have to be able to use on your teammates, otherwise they're just kind of useless. So it's, I don't know, I'm not sure how you would go about making it so that way you can't really like attack each other while still like being able to do stuff. There's definitely a way. I think mainly it's just it has to be done move by move. And also set it so like you can, you know, if you're like, if you invited people to the party, then like you can hit each other for stuff like, you know, I don't remember if this is in the raid, in some of the raids at all, but like, you know, like blunder policy, or not blunder policy, a weakness policy, that's what I was thinking of. Stuff like that, you know, just like, because there is some stuff where it is you actually want to attack yourself. I do have a Beast Ball. I don't really want to put this in a Beast Ball, but I might do it. Honestly, Master Ball might be the ticket. By the way, those are almost all entirely just from like hacked garbage from mystery trades. But like, honestly, who the fuck cares? So, you know what? Let's get a Master Ball. It's purple, so it'll do. Also, maybe someone will see that back. Oh my god, was that a legit like in the wild shiny? Spoiler alert, it's not, but you know. Also, yes, I did just use a guaranteed catch ball in a mode where literally every ball is guaranteed to catch, including the Beast Ball, which has a, I believe, 0.1% catch chance outside of these raids, unless it's whatchamacallit. If it's a, God, now I'm brain farting. If it's an Ultra Beast, then it has a boosted, then it has like a good catch rate, but otherwise it's an abysmal catch rate. Like you're not gonna catch with it, basically. Alright, cool. So that was, what, 4 attempts? Pretty good. Yeah, there was no reason for me to try and set up the shiny counter thingy. Obviously pretty good IVs, but most stuff that you get from raids, especially like 5-star, I mean, I think 5-star raids, you're guaranteed at least 4 perfect IVs. So, you know. Okay, cool. So we got that. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Charizard in here too. So, as part of this, basically there is just some championship for Pokemon. And one of the Pokemon used by the winner was a Charizard. So, there's a thing where you can actually just like get basically their exact Charizard, which is really cool. Also, I guess I can, we'll get this before we end the recording, because I might as well. Though, honestly, by the time you're watching this, you probably can't get this, because it's only available until the 3rd. Global Champ. $2021. Should be it. Yep, there we go. So yeah, you get this Charizard. I had no idea what the stats are. I think it's no good attack, especially that it has max everything else. It's not shiny, which is a shame. But again, it's based off of the actual, like, you know, the actual person's Charizard from their championship winning team. So, you know, can't be too upset about it. Oh, it has Life Orb. Solar Power. Oh, but it does have the Cherish Ball, which is always cool. And it's not, Gigantamax, which isn't too surprising, but... Heat Wave, Blast Burn, Hurricane, and Protect. Oh, no, it is Gigantamax. Okay, my bad. Well, that isn't annoying at all. Like I said, I need to look through that stuff a little bit more just to make sure it's exactly, like, where I want it. Although, I guess it wasn't blocking anything, was it? Or anything important. What is... User can't move on the next turn. What does Solar Power do, though? Increases special attack in harsh sunlight, but HP decreases every turn. And you have a Life Orb? Jesus Christ. Like, pardon me to, like, doubt the champion, because clearly he must know what he's doing, but goddamn. That just seems super risky. Okay, we'll go ahead and save, and I'll go ahead and end the recording for this here. Obviously, there's a second part to this stream because I'm going to do the Sword post-game content. But yeah, I just want to knock that out real quick because, you know, it's an easy shiny, and I knew it was going to be a short stream. So anyways, if you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for watching. Come check out the stream sometime. Or watch more of my YouTube videos. Just watch more of my stuff. That'd be cool. Anyways, thank you.